What up? Just trying this again real quick. The sideways thing is a lot better. A lot better picture. A lot better sideways here. So yeah, let's get all up in this Dwarf Sag here. Yeah, definitely, man, for sure. Yeah, it is pretty green. I just did a trim tonight on it. It was getting tall. I'm trying to get it to carpet out a little bit, but it's spreading like crazy. If you look down here in the front, you can see all the runners shooting off. What's that, bro? Yeah, a little eye for the viewers, you mean? Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's just you, buddy. So yeah, I got these little pre-filter things from Eheim. See that back there? I don't know if you've seen those before, but it's a couple sponges stacked up in there, and it's a pre-filter for your filter. So it's kind of neat. I don't know. I haven't used them long enough to really tell, but they are pretty cool. You just pull them right off and just clean out the sponges, and I don't know. I would imagine it would save your filter a little bit. We'll see what happens. Yeah, live is easy, for sure. This is wicked easy. I got a catfish down here somewhere. See, there he is in there. And I got a pleco. You can see he's sticking out of there. Yeah, hopefully, man. Definitely. Yeah, this thing produces some nitrates for sure with all these fish. Yeah, doing my weekly water change like bumps it from like 30 or 40 parts per million to down to 20, and then it doesn't take long for it to sneak back up. But yeah, everybody's happy. So anyway, thanks, man. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah, it's always nice when things kind of do what they're supposed to. What's that, man? What phone am I on? Is that what you're asking? I'm on an iPhone. It's the 6. Move my lights down a little bit too. A couple inches back down towards the glass. The glass really breaks up the light a little bit. I did just recently clean the glass, so it's fairly clean right now. But it doesn't take long, about a week or two, and you get that dust on top and all that. But gotta have lids. Rainbows are jumpers. Tetras are jumpers. I've actually had things jump through here, which is ridiculous. So normally I don't do that. But I definitely have a gap in the back here. Haven't had any problems, luckily. Usually the fish are in the front. But oh, cool. That's good to know, man. Yeah, I like this phone. It's a lot better. The older iPhones didn't really have that great of a picture. And I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi right here too, so I don't know if that's helping out too. But yeah, the sword plant's doing really well here. It just shot this giant leaf. I don't know if you can see that, how tall it is compared to all the other ones. It just blasted a leaf up. It's heading towards the surface by the looks of it. Pretty wild. Nice, man. Yeah, I used to use that a lot in like my sumps on my saltwater tanks. Um, the um, like skimmers and stuff to try to get the right height and everything. I would use that to stack on top of one another and create a platform, and then I'd raise the skimmer up. That stuff works really good, and it's really useful and relatively easy to work with. But yeah, that's cool, man. I saw somebody, I think it was Paul's Planet Aquariums, he did a uh, make your own screen type deal. So you basically go buy all the, it's pretty cheap too. You go to the hardware store, you buy all the screen surroundings, you know, the metal, the framing, and you buy the screen, you cut it, and you shape it and make it. And he said he made them fairly quick. And the screen that you use, you get it from like bulk reef supply, I guess. It's like a plastic clear screen, and it's not a screen like a window screen. It's much bigger, like almost as big, if not as big as the diffuser you're talking about. But so it's clear, so the light goes through it, and that's pretty cool. Um, Honestly, bro, I'm not sure. The only thing I've heard, like curling, I don't know. My Reneki curls too. As you can see, the leaves are curled up. I'm not really sure, man. There's definitely something behind it. There's probably something that I'm lacking, or too much of something, or who knows. But um, yeah, I've got all sorts of little mini issues with plants like that. Like some of the plants get like black spots on them. I guess that can be like what the heck was that? Zinc, I want to say, maybe a zinc deficiency. I don't know. But like my Anubias gets black spots on it. So I'm not really sure what's up with that. I don't know, maybe you know. But yeah, I don't know what the curling is, bro. Really not sure. Yeah, that would make sense. That's the only thing that came to my mind, to be honest with you, too, other than it might be something that's not getting, but that doesn't really make sense. I definitely was looking into it a while ago because a few of my plants do that. But yeah, it might be too much light. It's possible. Um, yeah, I don't know. Really not sure. It's a mystery. Oh yeah, you were asking me about my bubbles per second. Let's check this out real quick, just so you can kind of get an idea again. I know you saw it before, but here, let me tilt this a little bit. You can kind of see how quickly it's going. It's pretty fast. Actually, it's a lot slower than it usually is. Normally it's going a little bit quicker than that, but I don't know, I find that gauge is kind of off sometimes. It'll do its own thing sometimes, which isn't usually good, so I have to really keep an eye on it. The plants overall, though, are doing pretty well. I'm just adding more light now to try to get that carpet to grow down at the bottom, and keeping an eye on everything else. But it's funny how they adjust. You know, the plants do adjust to some degree on. You know, they do definitely adjust. I mean, just because a plant says it's low light doesn't mean that you can't adjust it a little bit, and it can tolerate much more than low light, as long as you do it slowly. But yeah, the CO2 is on a timer, bro. It comes on like 35 minutes before the lights come on, and shuts off about half an hour before, somewhere around there. But it's all timed with the lights. The lights are ramped, they ramp on and off. I actually have several things on timers on here. Some of my power heads are on timers, because one of them, a couple of them, their use is directly to spread CO2 around the tank. So when the CO2 is not on, it's not really needed. And there's plenty of flow in this tank. I actually have one of my power heads down right now, but I mean, definitely plenty of flow for now anyway. But I've got polishing pads in these Eheim canister filters, and I never usually run those because they plug up so quickly. But I don't know if I'll continue to use them or not when I run out of them. But one thing that's good about these Eheim canister filters or whatever That's right on top. So all you do is you unhook your filter, pull it out, and you just pull the top tray and do your thing, shove it back together. If you don't want to do any further cleaning, you don't have to. So that makes it kind of easy, but the polishing pads definitely help to keep the, beneficial bacteria trays and stuff clean. But it might be more of a pain to try to change polishing pads all the time because it's going to reduce the flow quite a bit. After a week or two, it's definitely going to gum up. So I can't decide whether I'm going to run them or not, but no big deal. I can figure that out later. I'm going to see what they look like this time when I get them emptied out. But my phone's about to die, so I'm going to head out, bro. But thanks for tuning in, and definitely going to do this again soon. It's almost a jungle. It's getting there. Not quite up to my standards yet, but definitely too much bare spot in the front here. Yeah, definitely, man. I've seen definitely it's not really. I don't mind like buying the filter pads. It's more or less I don't want to have to do it all the time. Like I don't want to have to change it all the time. I guess I'm just lazy. I'd rather do my filters once a month, and well, I never do both canisters at the same time. That's one thing I always stress over is I don't ever do that because if you have two canisters, you always should leave one going. You don't want to disturb the bacteria if something happens, whatever. So I do one at a time. So I'll do one. So I end up doing one, within a week of each other. I do both, and that's all I like to do. But hey, thanks for checking it out, dude. And we'll do another one of these pretty soon. Hopefully you're gonna do one too. Shoot me a text if you do another one too. All right, bro. Later.